Now, construction managers, particularly thinking of the contractors becoming, if you like, construction managers, because I like to describe not the contractual position, but the skill base. That should command rewards much greater than they are getting at the moment. And the way they're getting the rewards at the moment, unfortunately, is in a lot of it in the wrong areas, driven by competition and by bad procurement. And that takes me straight on to payment. Under normal processes, client to contractor, 30 days. Contractor to subcontractor, 30 days. I mean, sort of prescribed periods. Subcontractor to subcontractor or supplier, 30 days. So by the time you've got down the line, you've got 90 days to the people who are actually doing much of the work. And that's leaving out any question of, the cheque has got lost in the post and those fun things. What we can do now, particularly with an integrated team, is have a project bank account. And that has all been set up where the client can be paying into the project bank account, which is jointly held by the client and contractor, in 30 days. Bank of Scotland and Barclays have these in place to use. The contractor and the subcontractors in parallel. The contractor gets his part direct, the subcontractors get their money direct in 5 days, within 5 days. So 35 days to get everybody paid. And if Lord Mandelson's promise of 10 days is applied, because unfortunately people forget how many tiers there are for these things to go through, actually 10 plus 5 is 15 days. That makes a huge difference to the resilience of the supply chain. And indeed, a report commissioned for OGC has shown that you can get a saving in terms of cost of something of the order of 2.5% if you're operating on that basis. That's pure waste. All the legal costs, the chasing costs, the interest charges, it's just nonsense. So what are the benefits? Well, with a genuine supply chain management of an integrated team, first of all, you can get projects underway at least 6 months faster than under traditional procurement. Argent, for example, who operate very similar to this in terms of integration, very progressive. They have slides which show that you can be 6 months earlier. And then you save time in execution, as I've already said. You can deliver, you will deliver superior performance, and indeed you will not do low carbon and sustainability without integrated teams. Come back to that. You will get improved efficiency because the design will be better, both and more rational, because the practical side is built into it. On-site will be more efficient, and commissioning and handover will be more efficient. Control and management of risk is better because you've got the whole team involved with you. And it opens the door to dramatic cutting of waste. Now, Michael Latham talked about 30% in his report back in 1994. We believe in the supply chain, which is about 80% of the cost plus, that 30% has hardly impacted because Janus is smiling to the client, and he's actually smiling to the supply chain, but many times, and there are good exceptions, he's kicking us at the same time as he's smiling. But at least he is smiling when he kicks us. He didn't used to smile. So, that is not going to improve the position down where the actual work is being done. So we have to have, and it's government stuff now, we have to have more value at less cost. We've been seeing this. We can't afford to pay more for what we have to do. We have to do low carbon and sustainability. It's clearly on the agenda. We have to invest. So we must cut not margins, because if you cut margins, you get backlash and you get silo mentality. We've got to cut waste throughout the supply chain. And I suggest for discussion that there's huge waste in counterproductive estimating and procurement, huge amounts of estimating and tendering going on, for example, in PFI, where so many firms are being taken to the final level to preserve competition. There's the silo protectionism, which I'll come to, where everybody is in their silo, protecting themselves. And the whole system of price. Earlier on this morning I said price was redundant. The whole aspect of running a price mechanism, as well as a cost management and profit reward system, is completely wasted. We should be, in fact, managing the cost plans and gearing profit to performance. So if you just look there at, if you like, traditional procurement, those blocks are blocks of money. If you like, the fees of the consultants, the prices of the cost of the main contractor, his management fee, etc. And then below that, you've got the specialist contractors and suppliers. And then below that, you've got the consultants coming back in, if you like, checking the work and be involved with what they do at the end of the job, and likewise the contractor. And it looks like that. Those, if you feel those are competitive prices, you've got those in competition. Now let's look inside them. Now this is diagrammatic to make the point, but let's just look down. Actually, if you analyse them, the green is the only productive bit. The Toyota story. Now I know Toyota's a bit different just at the minute, but you know, the Toyota story about how much percent actually went into the car, what they discovered, Muda, waste. The green is the productive bit that actually ends up going in the building. Around it you've got the silo, that's the white. The purple is actually the procurement business, where the consultants and contractors are bidding and discussing and reappraising, and meantime the specialists are estimating the jobs they don't get, etc. So you've got that, and then later on, and it goes through, of course, you've got all the business of bringing up the final accounts, all arguing about that, and then of course the consultants looking at the final accounts and going through them, etc. So you've got all of that. Now, cut that out. Why not? And then, what we should do, if it will do it, oh dear. Yes, I'm just coming to it. Yes, what we need is to integrate that and bring it together. So there I brought it together. It's exactly the same volumes. We need to introduce facilities management in order to make provision for low carbon and sustainability. And then we need to even break the dividing line so we're seconded in as one team with the single subdivided profit for reward. Doesn't like it. They're switching me on. And there's a report: sustainable buildings need integrated teams. You will not get. Right. So, summarising it, we are proposing 3 pilot projects to target this, to prove it in practice, and we, as across the industry, the Specialist Engineering Alliance, etc. Design solution and cost plan. Cut out waste and improve efficiency. We're going for a target of 20%. Reinvest, say, 10% in low carbon. It may not have to be as much as that, but you're still saving 10%. On the insurance, cutting out risks, blame culture and legal costs reduces the insurance by about 1.75%, but you invest in independent risk assurance and latent effects cover, and you still, we believe, will be at 0.25% below what is currently paid throughout the supply chain. So, question at the end is, facilitating this, orchestrating this, driving this, I believe, is the challenge for the project managers. Question is, who will be best suited to doing this? Will it be construction contractors? They'll have to change a lot, and some are, of course. Construction managers, project management consultants, or even facilities managers. Who will be the best at rising to the challenge? Thank you.